The next consideration for you is some general site management and cleanup. If I go to one of my other pages on my site, for example, my syllabus, and I scroll down to the bottom, you'll see that it actually has a spot where there's a thing for add files and for comments. You probably don't want that to be active on your site, depending on if it's published wide to the web or if you're sharing it just with teachers, maybe in-house it would be okay. But I really don't want to do that. So I'm going to go out to the gear and page settings. You have to do this for each individual page. It's not universal for your whole site. Page settings, and I can uncheck allow comments, uncheck allow attachments. And then it's up to you if you want to show the sub-pages that live or are nested underneath it. For example, my units page would have all of its sub-pages for the projects underneath, and I'm okay with that for that one. And you can also have the page title show. So that's one thing that you might want to consider. If I scroll on down back to the bottom, as it refreshes, that should go away. Let's try it again. Yep, and now I don't have that at the bottom anymore. The next thing I'll want to consider is to go to my Manage site from the gear and just some general website management. You can change the name of your website here or decide to show it if maybe you wanted to go with a logo instead. You can also add in site categories. Maybe I want to make this more specific, St. Charles North High School, and you're going to separate your categories by commas. Education. You can put a site notice to visitors. You can also add in your site description. If you decided you didn't want this site anymore, this is where you delete your site. And then further on down towards the bottom, there's also a spot to automatically adjust your website for mobile phones. And this can be worth trying out. I would suggest try it, get out your mobile device, and see if you like the setup with that. I'm going to check it for myself. At the very bottom, you also have some access settings, users who can access this site activity. And you can change that to collaborators only if you'd like. Users who can access revision history, again, you can change it to collaborators only if you want to keep those sorts of things private. If you have no collaborators, that means just you. You can open up your site to share it in sharing and permissions. I'm going to click to save this information first, though. Then in sharing and permissions, if I wanted to share this website to be managed by another person, I can invite that person here. I can also, at this point, publish my website in a variety of different ways. If I click on Change, I can make it fully public on the web, no sign-in required. I can make it so maybe I just want to share it out with links, so it's not really searchable, but anyone with a link can find it. Or if I'd like to keep it in-house, I can make it so anyone in D303 can find it. Or if I really want to limit it down, I can make it so only specific people can see it. And this would be great for maybe a faculty communication page or maybe an interdepartmental page if you don't want it to be really public on the web, but still a functioning place for you to share with your colleagues. So I'm going to put mine public on the web. I'm ready for it to be out there in the world, and then I can go ahead and click Save. Also on this Manage Site option, we can go into Pages. And this is where you can make some changes. When you first set up your pages, if you put things in the wrong hierarchy, you can actually click and drag things around. So if I didn't want to have maybe, say, the abstract painting as a unit, but maybe I wanted to have its own separate thing, I can drag it up and put it into Digital 1. It'll say Moving, and then it will actually move it up underneath Digital Media 1 here. And you can see it actually made it a tab underneath that. I'm going to drag it back into Units because that's where I actually want it to live. So those are a few just general wrap-up things you can look at for your own website with the management of it.